Hello, my name is Lauren Pruder and I am an orchestra teacher. I taught for 6 years at the high school level and we would always use the Smart Music program pretty successfully. My favorite aspects of the program is that it allows students a little bit more control over the curriculum. They can actually go in and find music that is developmentally appropriate for them. And it allows for more investment in the class if they are actually selecting what we do. And it also allows for improvisation practice, which is kind of like creative writing for the music classroom. A subscription to Smart Music is about $140 for the teacher and $30 for each student subscription. I would always go and also purchase about 3 to 4 student subscriptions each year and put the program on a classroom computer so that students have access to the student subscription during the school day. When you first go into the home screen, you are always given advertisements for the new music that's just been published and suggestions for repertoire. So what I did this year is I actually used the spooky category and they gave me some recommendations. Cancel that. They gave me recommendations for orchestra spooky music. So I purchased the Haunted Carousel and we're doing Symphony Number 25, which is a Mozart piece, but it has kind of like a Halloween feel to it. So they always give really good suggestions for repertoire if you ever need ideas for concert programming. It's very good quality selections every time I've used their lists. So I'm going to show you how to create a class for the 2016-2017. I haven't created any classrooms yet just because I'm at a new school and we haven't integrated the program yet. I'm still working on that. So I'm going to pretend that I'm still at Curie High School and I'm going to name this Beginning Orchestra because that's what I would have done. I would have selected the Curie grading scale. You can always create your own grading scale tailored to the school requirements that you are at. I'm going to choose this year. And I always selected full year programming. You can set it to have quarter grades, semester grades, but the full year allows more flexibility because then if students can turn things in late then and much more easier. So I'm going to create a class and I don't have any, and I'm not going, and you can always enroll students from previous years. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to click enroll. So I have no students in this class. They would have to select to enroll the course. So this is what my home screen looks like now that I have a class. And I'm going to select Beginning Orchestra. This is what it would look like, and this would be your home screen for when you have parent-teacher conferences or you need to enter in grades, show your principal evidence. Any assignments that you give would get sent right here, and you would see recordings of what the students are working on. So the student version, they would not see this, but they will have these options at the side. So we're going to click on band and orchestra. These are all pieces that I have done in the past. I've found most of my curriculum has gone through Smart Music. So Dragon Hunter is always a class favorite. The students love this song. I'm going to show you what it would look like. Say they're practicing their instrument at home or they just want to hear what the full professional orchestra would sound like. They can practice along with this. It's going to count them off. And they would go ahead and play. I can click on the metronome, and this would give them a steady tempo. So say that's too fast for them, they just started working on this piece, they can go in, they can slow down the tempo down to 80, and they just want to work on measure 12. Measure 12's been giving them a lot of trouble. They can turn the loop on and they can practice that measure over and over again with a full professional orchestra. So they have a lot of flexibility in their practicing. They don't always have to be in class. They can practice with a full orchestra at any point and for as long as they need to. Say I'm going to make this an assignment. I want my students to record this and submit it to me. I'm going to click on assignment. I'm going to make it a little longer, so I changed it from bar 12 to bar 17. I'm going to assign this to them. I usually made my assignments worth 100 points, and I always did custom, but you can do whatever you need to. I don't require the metronome on or off, doesn't matter to me. I assign a due date. I usually make it about twice as long as I think they actually need, just because you don't know if every student has a computer at home. You don't know if every student's able to purchase a subscription. So I would make it a little longer, that way they can use the school computers when they are able to. And I would schedule this one thing, and if I did have students here, all their names would pop up. And always select and always keep this selected. That way students who join the class late can get assignments that you had assigned beforehand. When they're doing their recordings, always make sure that they're wearing headphones so that they're not recording the actual background music, so that you as a teacher can hear only them and their parents can hear only them when you show them their recordings. So I'm going to click View Gradebook. So once students actually do submit a recording to you, their grade would show up here, and it's going to grade them on how many pitches they got right, how much rhythm they got right, and that is instant feedback. So they know exactly how they are doing, and they can do that recording as many times as they need to until they get the grade that they feel they deserve and earn. So when I do get that, and their grades would show up. And this is great for when principals need evidence for evaluation. You got it all here for domain 4 evaluation. This is perfect for that. It's very easy and lots of data collection. So my students always come up to me, they say, Ms. Pruder, I want to work on such and such music, but they don't know what's developmentally appropriate for them. So I love showing them the Find Music feature. So if they are a beginner level student, they've been playing for about 1 year, I tell them look for music at a skill level of beginning or very easy. So this way they know exactly what range they should be searching for, what's developmentally appropriate. If they are a second year playing, they've been playing for 2 years, I say you can go ahead, look at the easy music now. If they've been playing for 3 or more years, look at medium easy or medium music. And if they're preparing for college level music, that's when they can start going into these higher ranges. So I'm going to pretend that one of my third year students wants to look for some music at the medium easy level. They want a challenge. And they're going to look for band and orchestra music and make sure they select the instrument that they play so that they can find music this will only show music that'll work for them. So they can go through all of these, they can listen to it, see what they like, and come back to me for approval. So I'm going to show you one of the songs that they had chosen. They found this, they downloaded it, they came to me and, they came to me and asked if we can work on it. I said yes, and they had more control on what the curriculum actually was for the classroom. So it shows them the parts, and they actually form their own groups. I had multiple students finding music this way, and it was all skill leveled based for them. They created their own groups, they collaborated, they set their own schedule, and we went to solo and ensemble competition with the music they chose and they were invested in. One of the things that's really popular with jazz teachers is the jazz improvisation. And this way, if they're not in class, they're not with a full jazz setup, they can practice improvisation, which is, like I said before, it's creative writing for the music classroom. So down here, they would practice starting at measure 29, and they would be writing their own music and having a little structure to their practicing. And over this, they would be doing improv over the chords right here. This is getting more and more popular at the orchestra classroom. They're writing more and more music for it, and we actually did a little bit of that last year. And we performed at the concert with students writing original compositions as we were performing. So I hope that you learned a little bit from my screencast and you are inspired to try smart music in your classroom as well. If you have any questions, please send me a message. Thank you.